how fairy tales, now you see me, now you don't. If you ain't never support me, you never won't. You know, I know that don't go like that, but, you know, if I say it enough, you'll probably understand that it can become believable. And my experiences with fairy tales, and I'm quite sure everybody else can attest to this, has caused me more pain than anything. You know, I'm still waiting on the big fat Santa Claus. He never brought my gift. I'm still waiting on the tooth fairy. The first time I had a tooth to come out, my mom told me to put the tooth under my pillow, and that the tooth fairy would bring me some money. And when I got up the next morning, I guess I must have beat her up on anticipation. I saw the tooth and I didn't see no money. And I asked her, I said, Mom, tooth fairy must have forgot about me. And she opened the curtains in our one room walk up and told me to look outside. And I looked outside and there was the school bus. She told me that was the tooth fairy. And if I didn't get my ass up and go and get on that bus, she was gonna give me something to really look forward to. And that was my first experience with understanding that fairy tales, you know, is a part of being manipulated as a child. And it comes to that where, you know, we see it, it's exploited. I mean, it's exploiting people. It's exploiting people to the highest of creativity that they can come up with. I'm understanding now that I just found out that they got something called Daughter Day, Happy Daughter Day or something. Then they got Happy Son Day. Then they got Valentine's Day. You know, when I found out what the Valentine was about, and the Valentinos that got sacrificed, I guess they supposed to have been martyred in Rome about 200 or 300 years ago, and they came up with this Valentine Day. It's a point that if you don't come home on Valentine's Day, if you in the wrong relationship, you could pay for that, you know, because they looking for something on that day. You know, I respect Thanksgiving, even with Christmas or whatever. And it goes on and on, even with Easter. They tell us an Easter bunny, it's a bunny, and the bunny's supposed to have eggs or whatever. So, excuse me, the bunny's supposed to have eggs or something or whatever. So it goes on. And then you go to the TV, they got make-believe, they got make-believe there. Then you go to Hollywood and you think that these celebrities are, you know, the creme de la creme, so to speak. You think they're the creme de la creme. And you got people now, it's put on blast more than ever. You have women not even past their 25, 26 years old. They going to get butt injections. They going to get breasts. They not even letting their body full up develop before they go to do this, because they see these fairy tale things on television and they think that these things are obtainable instead of, you know, relaxing a little bit. So fairy tales, you know, I'm quite sure that, you know, it's been a lot of instances where I've read before that people thought they could fly and they met a violent death by that. You know, you got people playing with guns and putting it to their head because they said they heard that Superman was the man of steel, and if he can do it, they can do it. And the list goes on and on and on. And our Lord gives us an example to tell us never to worship a human being. Never, ever. You don't have to be religious to understand the 10 Commandments. If you follow the 10 Commandments, you can go to heaven by the 10 Commandments. I always say that a lot because that was a decree that will never change. No matter what language you read it in, it'll never change. So these fairy tales that we learn in school, like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Mickey Mouse, and all these things or whatever, it brought me the most pain because I had a rough childhood, and I said that many a times, and you know, I always thought that people were being biased towards me. Then I learned that people may have been biased. It was biasness going on to my friends. I've been with friends that have walked around with shoes on their feet falling off, hand-me-downs, you know, the holes up under the shoes, and you know, so forth. And we had people to actually fall in other categories to make us think that they're well off when they weren't actually well off. They were just a step up above us or whatever. So, you know, these fairy tales, we have to be careful what we show our kids, what we teach our kids,